things are tight. They're tight in North Carolina, Nevada. Trump lost Nevada in 16 and 20, though it's still in play. She matched his no taxes on tips thing, which that helped her. Anyway, what's happening in the other states?
Well, what is a pathway to victory? Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. That wins the election. It's done. It's over. And that's why I'm focused so heavily on PA. And Georgia with Governor Kemp, I know he's not the most conservative in terms of the President Trump fan base, but we have made strides in election integrity in the state of Georgia. And the fact that we performed well in the midterms re-electing Governor Kemp, I think Georgia is probably one of the most easy Sun Belt states for us to win. And by Sun Belt, I mean North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada. Now, I was feeling really good about North Carolina because not only similar to Pennsylvania, have we cut the Democrat advantage in voter registration in half? But the Democrats, they are underperforming in terms of mail-in ballots. They are underperforming in terms of early voting in North Carolina. Now, however, I'm very concerned, and God bless every family that is suffering at the tragedy of the hurricane and water damage and losing a home. And I have to say, the area that has been affected the most is Western North Carolina. I want to hear, A, what are we doing to help all of these people that are suffering this tragedy? But B, most importantly, if we are going to rebuild their lives and have an economy that works for working class America, we must reelect President Trump. And so I want to hear from Chairman Whatley. I want to hear from Mark Robinson. I want to hear from everybody in North Carolina. How are we going to help these families and make sure that Western North Carolina has the ability to vote in the upcoming election? Because if Western North Carolina, Nashville area, does not come out, we may not win the North Carolina presidency for the Electoral College for President Trump. We may lose the gubernatorial election as well. And so it's critical that we have a plan this next month getting those WNC people out to vote. Now,
the gubernatorial election does not look good in the wake of that Mark Robinson scandal. He's polling some, I don't know, more than double digits. Well, double digits behind his opponent now. There could be many, and the Republicans are banking on there being many ticket splitters who might not vote for Robinson, but who will nonetheless show up for Trump. How do you deal with that? As you know, a guy in your position, I assume you have to argue the positions with people, reluctant voters who are like, I'm not voting for a guy who said he wanted to bring back slavery, even though he's a black man. I'm not doing it. And then what do? Do you say, well, but there's still Trump at the top, like get there anyway?
Listen, President Trump needs a Republican House. He needs a Republican Senate, and he needs Republican governors. In the wake of COVID, when governors had the power of whether or not they were going to be dictatorial and tyrannical or open their states like Governor Kemp did in Georgia, I think the American people understand the importance of winning the governor's mansion, and especially with a state like Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, where I formerly lived, but I'm now living in Pennsylvania to vote for Donald Trump, that the governor has the power to get illegal aliens off the voter rolls, to fight for election integrity. Now, I'm not going to get into polls. The only thing that matters is ballots into boxes. The only thing that matters is on Tuesday, November 5th. And if any of you watching the Megyn Kelly Show right now are feeling nervous about this election, I'm asking you to do more. Knock on more doors, then make more postcards, make more text messages, go reach out to
Scott,
your family
let me ask you
friends.
about that. Let me ask you about it, because I've had so many people, friends of mine here in Connecticut, say, how can I help? How can I help? And there's no work to be done in Connecticut. Donald Trump is not going to win Connecticut, but we're so close to Pennsylvania. And so how can people help who are not from Pennsylvania?
Thank you. Great question. Well, I do have a wonderful man in Connecticut. His name is Ruben. Shout out, Mr. Ruben. He's on his way to Pennsylvania right now to Pike County, to Milford, an area that we have an opportunity to flip a congressional seat from blue to red. And he's going to be outside of a post office with us, registering voters and helping to court voters where they are for the next until the deadline on October 21st. And so we've got people coming from New York, coming from West Virginia, coming from Maryland. A lot of these blue states, with all due respect to them, the things that matter are Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, Nevada, the swing states. So if you are feeling hopeless or helpless in a blue state, I want you to reach out to me. Go to my X account, which is at Scott Presler, SCOTTPRES1SLER. Slide into my DMs in the most wholesome manner, and I will connect you with a member of my team all across the Commonwealth. And if you are unable to travel, which I understand, then you can download my app. I have an app for iPhone, for Android. It's called Early Vote Action. You, from the comfort of your home, can send text messages, you can make phone calls, and you can even write postcards. I want to give a shout out to a woman named Marcella. She's a grandmother in California, Deep Blue Cali. She has written, Megyn, 2,000 postcards handwritten from Cali into Pennsylvania, helping us to flip Pennsylvania counties from blue to red. And so whether you're in a deep red state like Alabama and you want to do more, download the Early Vote Action app. Whether you're in a blue state like Connecticut or Rhode Island, download the Early Vote Action app or come to Pennsylvania and help us.
Do you owe back taxes? Are your tax returns still unfiled? Did you forget to file for an extension? The October 15th deadline is fast approaching and time is running out. If you have not gathered all of your documents or made any estimated payments, you could soon be targeted by the IRS. After October 15th, the IRS can garnish your wages, freeze your bank accounts, or even seize your property. That's the bad news. The good news is there's help available. Tax Network USA, a nationwide tax firm, has helped taxpayers save more than $1 billion in tax debt. They have filed over 10,000 tax returns and assisted thousands in reducing their tax burdens. And they can help you too. Don't wait. Visit tnusa.com/Megyn or call 1-800-958-1000 for a free consultation. They will guide you through a few simple questions to determine how much you can save. Take action now before it's too late. Visit tnusa.com/Megyn or call 1-800-958-1000. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.